It is really so hot and sweaty. So here we have what we call coordinated entry and exit.
Hi.
Really don't want to use that data. Shall see. So, hi. Before I get out of that. Okay, so why is it not working? It was. Okay. A couple of things I want to. It's so warm. So I'm not going to have any relief. And I ask, what do you people notice? There's one thing that I'm kind of. Yeah. Wherever that is. I am like so pretty hot as hell. So this gaming place, which I think by and large, the community harassment is like for some people it's a game. And I know it sounds crazy, right? But sorry, absolutely believe it to be a thing. Now, do I have any evidence to support that claim? Not necessarily. So here we start with and that's why I'm saying it's MAGA Town Neighborhood Watch. Now again, as long as no one bothers me, it doesn't really matter what they think. what they say. But um, but it does matter, like in a lot of ways, because what they say is to spread rumors and slander that have ultimately affected my job and my living situation. So, I'm walking so slowly. I swear, if you are a normal weight, please do not gain weight because you're going to regret it, especially as you get older, because it's going to be harder for you to function. And especially, don't do it when you're in your 50s. All right. Okay. All right. Wonder if that's primer. Look that up. All right. That someone was coming. It's an A. I think they were just trying to figure out how they were going to get down the street. Oh, it's nice and windy. Feels good. Hi. You look like the guy on the other side. Is he? Oh, okay. I was gonna say. So I'm so incredibly hot. Sad. Hi. I want to step on you. It's a butterfly. I think I should just put this in here. So I'm gonna have to start exercising where I like get up in the morning. Oops. Ouch. Maybe before it gets hot, because like it's probably at the hottest other than at 12 noon that it will get in the daytime. I'm gonna go out of my way. We call that noise campaign, essentially. Like this isn't the like freeway, right? This is just like this is a regular street with stop signs. Revving your engine to get to like the next stoplight makes no sense. Goodness, I already pressed the. It's taking forever. Okay. take my time. So hot. So Lou, so tell me what you notice. I kind of don't want to go this way, but okay. Try this way just for. So let me. He wants to pretend like he was going to actually go there, but okay. See, that might be the part where when you're living in Town and you don't feel safe, the whole idea is to make you feel um, uncomfortable. So, trying to, like, I wonder how many degrees it is. I can look that up later, but it's hot as hell. Or either I just don't have the stamina. The ones that I'm just sitting on this. There's a bench across from this one. One thing I would like not to do, like, even though I feel like probably 75% of this particular town participates, and maybe that's a hefty number. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that because all of Bothell, I think I've said this so many times, is about 30,000 people. So I don't really think it's half. So it would be 15,000 people, but I don't think so. It's probably more like at the most 7,000. But, and I know, like, everyone that talks about this particular phenomena that happens is called crazy, which is funny because I always say this too. Think about like Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Trayvon Martin. Like those, Trayvon Martin was killed by a person that's a neighborhood watch. In this particular version or iteration, it's just about making you feel uncomfortable. And they do it in the various ways that I won't get into, but all I'll say is, what do you notice? If you were me or anyone and you thought, there's something a little unusual, what do you notice? Because no one's going to come up to me and say, get out of here, nigger. Oh, they did do that. Not here necessarily, but other places like in Everett. And someone's going to do that because they know that then harassment is a real thing. So, and like they also, like I've said before, they use high school students and middle school students. And one of the first situations I was in was some middle school kids followed me around and asking me what kind of penises I like. And it was a group of them, and there was girls there, and there was one African American guy. He looked so embarrassed, but he's got to do what he's got to do to get along with his group of friends, I suppose. But so then that even makes it tougher because what am I going to do? Flash on a bunch of kids? But anyway, just what do you notice? What do you notice? And it's not like I'm particularly paranoid right now. I'm just somewhat over it. Not even somewhat. I don't know why I'm using these qualifiers. I'm actually way over it. And all I want to do is just get the hell out of here. I mean, if they really are like, oh, you're a menace to our society, then just let me do what I got to do to get the hell out of here. Stop with the shenanigans and the whatever they're doing. trying to. Ah. Oops. I think this dress, actually, it's pretty short. I didn't realize because I've looked. Okay. So that's one of the things, too. They have a lot of noise makers, like exhaust, probably like extra mufflers. That's one of the things that they do. And that's the thing, like, it's amazing that so many adults are bullies. Like, they're just bullies, like, they don't know anything about you. But they're like, I'm on board to bully you. There's always a way to get out that way. I don't really want to. Right. So, on a more positive note, um, it'll be 2 years that I've been going through this particular era of being scared because of community harassment. So I just got to the point where I had agoraphobia, and I'm just now kind of pushing myself out of it. Because for one, I got to get out of here. So that's the main. But then also, I'm just, you know, tired. Being somewhere where, people don't want you. But unfortunately, the thing with targeting, or I think this worldwide community, I don't know if it's worldwide because I haven't been everywhere, but let's say nationwide harassment programs, is that supposedly it follows you everywhere. And it's secretive. So, meaning it doesn't really, it's not like someone gets arrested and they face a trial and there's evidence. It's just a bunch of people who, like again, neighborhood watch on steroids and decide to bully someone that they don't know. And even though they may not think it's bullying, it absolutely is bullying. I don't know if you can hear that. But another thing that they do is what they call uh, noise campaigns. So I don't know who regulates um, sirens in a neighborhood. So, like, this is Navy, which is like a big participant. So, I think the technical term is The technical term is non-investigative subjects. And I don't know a whole hell of a lot about it just because I think, initially what I was trying to do is just kind of live my life and not get too into it. And particularly because you don't know. How do I know? I just kind of went on the idea that most people don't participate. Stop worrying about things you can't control. It's because one of the things that becomes such a problem is that you don't know who's participating, and then I'll end up like some of those people. There's like people, they'll tell you, oh, the mailman is stalking me, or I don't know, every neighbor that they have is stalking them. And I've seen people go up to mailmen or go up to FedEx workers or whatever, and accuse them of stalking them, and you can tell, like, they're like, what? Like, I don't know. I can just tell by someone's face that they're like, what are you talking about? There's no way. And unless they're like the best actors in the world, yeah, I believe them. A lot of the people. Now, that doesn't mean they're not, because if you're part of some neighborhood watch, they train you of what to do when you're watching someone. You're supposed to just watch, don't engage, yada yada. Hey, there's a Jedi. I used to have one, really, just like that. Look at that one; it's still working. But the thing is, and I feel like God, I'm a broken record in so many ways. But I have this app, and it shows you about all the crime in the neighborhood. And I just feel like these people that take it upon themselves to follow me around because they think I'm going to commit some kind of crime. Why don't you go find the guy with the machete or that teacher that was at that school in Bellevue and the shit he was doing? Like, why in the fuck are you following me? Like, it's just so, I think part of it, well, I'm African American and I'm like, probably like 1/100th of the population here. It's mostly white and a little bit of Asian. So it's just fun, right? Like, they're having fun targeting the black girl they don't know. Like I said, people like to bully. So, and if anyone sees this video and you're going to like waste your typing, your gangster fingers, you're going to waste your gangster fingers on telling me you're crazy. Just don't, please. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. I'm sure when Sandra Bland was when she was pulled over and she probably thought, oh, it's just normal state of affairs. And then, of course, she ended up getting arrested for so-called resisting arrest and then dying in the jailhouse. Now, if someone had told her or she had said, I really feel like the police are on my tail and there's people watching me, I'm sure people would say, nah, that's not happening. You're just being paranoid. And maybe if she had been a little, I'm not blaming her, but maybe if she had known that perhaps she was targeted, that she would know that she would know, like, just to be more careful, and that her life was in danger. And one of the things too, which is so annoying, but because then it's when you get into these kind of unsubstantiated kind of claims, but supposedly the non-investigative subjects program is very compartmentalized. So they're not told all these whatever things they're supposed to be, like they may not know that there's people breaking into my apartment and tampering at my food because maybe they wouldn't be into that. They may not be aware that I was sabotaged out of my work. They may not be aware that this started in 2016 and I'm coming up on 10 years here pretty soon. Because, like, let's be for real. If someone was watching you and they wanted to say, oh, watch this person gather some evidence, wouldn't they, like, had gotten it already from 2016? Why would there, it doesn't take 10 years for someone who's a school teacher to gather evidence, not some, like, international spy. So, so just in this parking lot, what do you notice? Anything? If you watch this, and as I said, you're not gonna tap, you're not gonna write anything like "you're crazy." You're not gonna do that because it's useless, and I'm not, and also it's mean spirited, right? Like, why do that? Even if someone thought, oh, that person is Looney Tunes, unless it's like someone like Trump or something that is gonna have power over your life, or your senator or your mayor, there's really no purpose in it. What good would it do? Okay, hopefully it's air conditioned. Okay. Okay.